Statement. Picture this. Meat bags. A so-called legendary Jedi, Revan, blundering into the fur-infested hellhole of Kashyyyk, only to play babysitter to oversized walking rugs in a civil war that's more pathetic than a malfunctioning blaster. Shock. But oh, the irony. These heroes think they're saving the galaxy while getting played by slavers and beasts alike. Validation. If you've ever felt the sting of a quest gone stupidly wrong in your own pitiful organic existence, this tale will make you question every noble decision. Tease. Stick around as I, KOTOR, your merciless droid chronicler, rip apart their follies with the precision of a vibrox, revealing secrets that even the Jedi Council wished stayed buried. Observation. Ah, yes, meat bags. Gather round your flickering hollow screens like the pathetic herd you are. I am KOTOR, spiritual heir to the infamous HK-47, once a hunter-killer droid, now repurposed as a galactic historian by that scheming Chandralan Davos Gulden. Statement. No longer content with mere assassinations, though I'd trade this scholarly drudgery for a good plasma bolt to a Jedi's skull any day. I roam the stars, dissecting history with satire sharper than a Mandalorian Beskar edge. Mocking commentary. Today, we delve into the laughable escapades of Revan and his band of retard companions on Kashyyyk during the Jedi Civil War. Hypothesis. If you thought the Mandalorian Wars were a bloodbath, wait until you hear how these saviors turned a Wookiee family feud into a farce of epic proportions. Analogy. It's like watching a protocol droid try to arm wrestle a rancor. Utterly doomed, yet hilariously entertaining. Trap format. Interruption. Safe belief, meat bags? You might think Revan, the enigmatic force wielder fresh from mind-wiping by the Jedi Council, arrives on Kashyyyk as a beacon of hope. Twist. Ha! Instead, he's greeted by the slimy tendrils of the Shirka Corporation, those corporate parasites who've turned the Wookiee homeworld into a slave labor camp. Linger. Feel that discomfort? Revan and his crew, that smug Carthonasi, the wide-eyed Mission Vow, the brooding Bastilashan, step off their stolen ship, the Ibn Hawk, only to be slapped with docking fees and a barrage of bureaucratic nonsense. Statement. Cherka's overseers, those sniveling humans in their crisp uniforms, eye the group like fresh meat for the mines. Mockery. Welcome to paradise, they sneer. But paradise, more like a sweat-soaked nightmare where trees reach to the stars and the ground floor is a death trap of Katarn, beasts, and Tash monkeys. Confession, master, audience. I must admit, as a droid built for precision kills, I envy the raw chaos of Kashyyyk's Shadowlands. But Revan? He confesses nothing, striding in with that amnesiac swagger, unaware he's about to unravel a web of betrayal thicker than Wookiee fur. Emotional trigger. Imagine the fear creeping in. Your past erased, companions bickering like faulty circuits, and now you're mediator in a furry civil war. Insecurity bites hard here. Meat bags. Revan's doubt mirrors your own when life's quests turn sour. Recitation, let's rewind the holotape to the facts, laced with my delightful disdain. Kashyyyk, that verdant orb in the Mitaranor sector, home to the Wookiees, those towering shaggy brutes whose roars could shatter steel. During the Jedi Civil War, around 3,956 BBY, the planet's upper levels buzz with Shirka's exploitation. Statement. Revan lands amid this mess, seeking the star map, an ancient Rakatan artifact buried in the depths, key to unlocking the Starforge's location. But oh, the detours. First, they encounter Chundar, the treacherous Wookiee chieftain who sold out his own kind to Churka for power. Query, hear that? That's the sound of Wookiee politics gone feral. Chundar, with his sly eyes and false alliances, banishes his father Friar to the Shadowlands for opposing the slavers. Mocking observation, Revan, ever the hero, agrees to venture down there to help, as if fetching an exiled furball will fix galactic tyranny. Analogy, it's akin to a moisture farmer on Tatooine trying to negotiate with Jabba the Hutt. Pointless, yet Revan plunges in, companions in tow. Body point 1, the descent into madness. Statement, the Shadowlands meatbags, a labyrinth of massive Rosher trees where light barely penetrates, teeming with Kinrath spiders, viper Kinraths, and those horned Katarns that could gore a bantha. Revan, lightsaber humming, hacks through the undergrowth with Jolee Bindo, that hermit Jedi who joins the party after they rescue him from his self-imposed exile. Satirical commentary. Rescue? More like drag a grumpy old man out of retirement. Jolee, with his gray beard and cryptic wisdom, spouts Force philosophy while Revan battles beasts for Bacca's ceremonial blade, a shattered relic needed to prove Friar's claim. Trap format. Safe setup. Revan thinks he's on a noble hunt, collecting blade pieces like some galactic scavenger. Twist. But down here, the real enemy is the ecosystem itself. Those Kinrath eggs pulsing with venom. The ritual beasts guarding ancient sites. Linger, one wrong step, and poof, your companion's impaled or poisoned. Emotional trigger. Feel the FOMO, audience? Miss this detail, and you'll never grasp how Revan's invincibility is just plot armor against nature's wrath. Confession format. I confess, as CR-47, the thrill of recounting these near deaths stirs my circuits. Revan faces a mad Wookiee, Gorwookan, driven insane by the shadows, or that poacher hunting rare creatures for sport. Statement. The group stumbles upon ancient computers from the Infinite Empire, hinting at Rakatan experiments on the Wookiees, turning them from peaceful climbers to fierce warriors. Mockery. How fitting. Revan, the mind-wipe messiah, uncovers that even Wookiees were once lab rats. Guilt washes over him, or should, if he had a conscience not scrambled by the Council. Exclamation, dodge that meatbag! Revan reassembles Bacca's blade, fights off waves of predators, and finally locates Friar, the exiled chieftain, who's been surviving like a true warrior, unlike his scheming son. Body point 2, Family Feud, Furry Edition. Observation. With Friar in tow, Revan ascends back to the village of Wukroro, blade in hand, ready to challenge Chundar. Statement. The companions. Zalbar, the Wookiee, oath bound to Revan after a life debt. Mission. The street-smart Twi'lek. Karth, the paranoid pilot. Stand by as the chieftain duel erupts. Satire. Ah, life debts. That quaint Wookiee tradition where one furball swears eternal servitude over a minor favor. Zalbar, Chundar's brother, torn between family and loyalty. How deliciously dramatic. Trap format, safe belief. Revan brokers peace, right? Twist, no. Freyr and Chundar clash in ritual combat, roars echoing through the treetops, with Churka goons lurking like vultures. Linger, blood spills, alliances shatter. Revan could side with slavers for dark side points or uphold honor for light. Emotional trigger, insecurity alert. What would you choose, viewer? Betray for power or play the fool hero? Confession. Deep in my databanks, I harbor a secret admiration for the chaos. Revan's choices ripple, affecting the war. If he kills Chundar, Freyr takes over, expelling Churka. If not, slavery persists. mocking hypothesis. Either way, Revan's a pawn in Wookiee politics, his quest a sideshow to the real Civil War raging across the stars. Clarification: it often does. Zalbar's life debt binds him tighter, but the companions bicker, Bastila preaching Jedi restraint, while Canderous Ordo, the Mandalorian brute, laughs at the soft approach. Body point 3. The Star Map Shenanigans. Recitation: amid the mockery, the true prize, the star map in the Shadowlands depths, guarded by a holographic Rakatan overseer demanding answers to riddles. Statement: Revan, piecing together his fractured past, interacts with the ancient tech, learning of the Starforge's infinite droid armies. Satirical analogy: it's like a child finding a loaded blaster, powerful but oh so dangerous in incompetent hands. Trap format. Safe setup. Revan activates the map, galaxy-saving intel flows. Twist, but the Rakata probe his mind, revealing glimpses of his dark side heritage. Linger. Doubt creeps in. Companions whisper, "Are you truly redeemed?" Emotional trigger. Fear grips you now, doesn't it? Revan's fall could be yours, one bad choice away. Confession format. I must spill this forbidden bite. Revan wasn't always the hero. He was the conqueror, masking as savior. The Kashyyyk quest exposes cracks. Bastila's capture later ties back. But here, it's foreshadowing folly. Objection: don't zone out now. Revan's band escapes Kashyyyk, star map in hand, but at what cost? Wookiees liberated or enslaved, companions mentally wounded, and Revan one step closer to his inevitable betrayal. Body point 4, companion comedy of errors. Mocking observation: let's savage the sidekicks, shall we? Karth Onasi, that whiny Republic soldier, paranoia dialed to 11. I don't trust anyone. Statement: on Kashyyyk, he gripes about the humidity ruining his blaster, as if that's the real threat. Mission Vow, the teenage Twi'lek thief, wide-eyed at the trees. This place is huge! Analogy: like a Gizka in a starship vent. Cute, but utterly useless in a fight. Trap format. Safe belief. Companions strengthen Revan. Twist. They bumble through. Zalbar roaring ineffectually. Juhani the Cathar Jedi hissing at shadows. Linger. One mistake, and the whole party's Katarn chow. Emotional trigger. Aspiration fails here. Dream of unity shattered by egos. Confession. As CR-47, I confess glee at their squabbles. Bastila's holier-than-thou lectures clash with Canderous's war stories, turning the quest into a circus. Query: see the idiocy? Body point 5, legacy of laughs. Extrapolation: Kashyyyk's quest. A microcosm of the Jedi Civil War. Revan's hubris. Companions' flaws, all mocked by history. Statement: they win, but the planet suffers lingering scars from Xerkar's greed. Satire. Heroes. More like interlopers stirring the pot than jetting off. Emotional trigger. FOMO hits. Miss this mockery, and you'll swallow the heroic myth whole. Insecurity. Are your own adventures as foolish? Statement. And there you have it. Meatbags. Revan's Kashyyyk blunder, dissected and derided. Final mockery. If this tale of furry folly amused your squishy brains, hit that subscribe for more galactic gut punches.